Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 785, and today's topic is very important topic, that is vitamins, and I am going to discuss about the discovery of vitamins and their role in health and disease. Up to 1800 the vitamins were not recognized by the scientists, but when we started getting some diseases like scurvy, like beriberi, rickets, that is bone problem, then we realized that there are some organic compounds, they are very specific in action, and they are not included with carbohydrate, protein, fat and water, because these vitamins, they are different from these compounds, and they are needed in very small quantity to take care of our health and also diseases. And it was in 1885, at that time some of the scientists, they realized that the people who are eating polished rice, they are suffering from beriberi disease. Means they are weak, lethargic, and their gum is also bleeding. So lot of problem, and they found that once it was substituted with whole grain, wheat and bean, then that problem was over. So they recognized that there is some compound in this whole grain, that one is responsible of getting recovery from that beriberi disease. And it was later on found that it is nothing but vitamin B1, that is thiamine. And then later on they found that people are suffering from gum problem, weakness, that is called scurvy. And they found that people who are not taking enough vegetable or fruit, they are suffering from such type of problem. So they found that these fruits and vegetables, they are rich in that group of vitamin that is called vitamin C. And then again they realized that some people, they have the problem of weak bones, bone density, osteoporosis, they are weak, and they found that they are suffering from such deficiency. And they found that when they are sitting under sunlight and they are taking some milk and some other animal products, then this problem is drastically reduced. And today in Nigeria, every year more than 10,000 people are suffering from vitamin C deficiency. And in Nigeria, 1.5 million people are suffering from osteoporosis, arthritis, that is vitamin D deficiency. And in India, up to 300 million. And vitamin D is so important now that during this COVID-19 disease, vitamin D has become most important part to improve our immune system. And this is actually, we call it sunshine vitamin. And why vitamin D is very important? Because once vitamin D is not there in enough quantity, or if there is deficiency, the absorption of calcium and magnesium and other positive ions in our body which are required will not be done properly. So it helps to get absorbed calcium and magnesium, and they are very important for our bone. That's why if there is deficiency of vitamin D, is a serious issue. So in 1920, the history goes like that they realized, and one scientist, he worked on milk and he found that some compounds which are isolated with the help of alcohol, ethyl alcohol, he extracted, and he found that those compounds which are soluble in alcohol, they have some other health benefits. So it was divided that these compounds which are very much helpful, and our body cannot synthesize these compounds. By that time they came to understand that these vitamins, they are the group of compounds which our body cannot synthesize. We have to take along with food, natural food. And why we got deficiency? Only reason is that if we are taking balanced diet, means all food naturally, then there is chance of, there is less chance of deficiency of these vitamins. But what we are doing, we are taking most of our food which are processed, which are cooked outside, and in this process of all these natural food, we are losing lot of vitamins. That is the main reason of deficiency of the vitamins in our body, and our body cannot synthesize these organic compounds. And one more confusion I want to clear it. What is difference in vitamins and hormones? Both are required in very small quantity. Both are organic compounds. The only difference is that vitamins cannot be synthesized by our body. We have to take as a supplement. We have to take as a food. For example, if there is deficiency of vitamin C, we have to add a lot of citrus fruit. Automatically it will be overtaken. If we have the deficiency of vitamin D, we have to take some meat or some animal product, egg and chicken and all those things, and we have to sit in sunlight. If suppose we have the deficiency of vitamin B group, then we have to go and take whole grain, wheat, bean, lentils, dal, chana, all these things, so that deficiency is over. So these are all factors responsible to maintain the vitamins. So vitamin means our body cannot synthesize vitamins. We have to take from outside to recover from deficiency. But hormones are synthesized by our body. This is the difference in hormone and vitamin. And these vitamins and enzymes, sometimes these vitamins, they work as enzyme. Enzymes are also organic compound as a catalyst to catalyze the different type of reactions, like carbohydrate metabolism, protein metabolism. So all action is by enzymes. So most of your B group of enzymes, they act as, the B group of proteins, they act as coenzyme. And one more thing, for example, it's not that vitamins are required for every animal species. Whatever is required for human being may not be required for dog and cat. For example, dog doesn't require vitamin C from outside because dog's body can synthesize vitamin C. So there is no need for those pet animals like dog and cat to give the supplement of vitamin C. So these are also important factors that all these vitamins, they are required for a specific different type of species for different purposes. Somewhere these vitamins in some animals, they are working as enzyme, and the same vitamins in us, they are not working as enzyme, they are just working as vitamins. So it was in 1920s that scientist, he isolated and he found that there are two groups of these compounds. At that time name was not given. One group, he said that the one which is soluble in fat, oil, and the other group which is soluble in water. So he mentioned that these groups which are soluble in fire, he started from A, B, C, D. So first he classified that there are two groups of vitamins. One group is fat soluble and they are vitamin A, and the other group which are not soluble in fat, which are soluble in water, they are known as group B. So it became group A and group B vitamins. One fat soluble, other one is water soluble. Then the scientists at that time, science was not very advanced, it was in 1920s. Then again they got their finding through their experience and research that some nitrogen is involved, amino group. So that's why they brought the name VIT, means for vital, important for life, amino group. So that's why the name came vitamin, VITAMINE. E was there. So it means that all those compounds which are important in small quantity, they must contain amino group. But later on they found that it is not necessary, that amino group must be there. Then the E was removed, E was deleted, then it became vitamin. So that is how the history of this vitamin goes and how it was discovered. And later on, then lot of additions came in that water soluble vitamins and also fat soluble vitamin like vitamin A, vitamin E, and in that also vitamin B1, B2, B3, B10, B12, and then vitamin C, all this. And then we started establishing the structure of vitamins. So on that structure we started giving the name like vitamin B1, we call it thiamine. Vitamin A, we call it beta carotene group vitamin. So on the basis of their chemical structures, also the names are given for the vitamins. But of course, these vitamins are broadly, they are classified into two groups. One is fat soluble vitamins and other one is water soluble vitamins, and I will be discussing one by one in detail all these vitamins and their role in our health and disease. So now I have given here point wise the same what I discussed. Number one, what are vitamins is the introduction. Vitamins are specific organic compounds which, in addition to fat, protein, carbohydrate and water, minerals, are necessary in very small amounts for normal health and to control the disease. This is the definition, introduction of vitamins, that they are organic compounds and they are very specific in addition to carbohydrate, protein, fat, water, minerals, and they are necessary for our health and also to fight the disease. They are called vitamins. Number two, lack of vitamins may cause number of diseases in man, and the common diseases are beriberi. Beriberi is the disease caused by the deficiency of vitamin B1, that is water soluble, is called thiamine, and if there is deficiency of vitamin B1, is type of coenzyme also it works, you will get the poor health, weakness, and also your gum will be bleeding and lot of sore throat will be there. So all these symptoms means that there is deficiency of vitamin B1, and I have already told you that this deficiency is when we are using processed food, polished rice, and if you shift to whole grain, wheat, bean, lentils, and all these husk and whole grain, they are rich in B1 vitamins, and then this problem will not be there. But if in case still, if you are having some gum problem, bleeding or sore throat or some other source inside the mouth, then you can take the supplement of B complex. Then the second one is scurvy. Scurvy is because of the deficiency of vitamin C. And once there is deficiency of vitamin C, first thing, your immune system will be compromised. You will get very quickly the infection, and that disease is called scurvy, and it can be controlled by taking citrus fruits, lot of vegetables. So it is happening in those people who are not taking enough fruit and vegetable. And then night blindness. Night blindness is due to the deficiency of fat soluble vitamin, that is called vitamin A. So once we are not taking beta carotene and all these green vegetables and yellow fruits and vegetables, then there will be deficiency of vitamin A, and that will affect our eyesight, that is called night blindness. And the third one, rickets. Rickets is the disease which is caused due to deficiency of vitamin D. And I'm surprised that rickets, the deficiency in Nigeria, every year 1.5 million are suffering. In India, roughly 30% Indians are suffering from this disease, and that is around 300 million. But there is no reason for Nigerians to suffer and to have 1.5 million every year. The reason is that you have enough sunshine, and it shows that you are not taking care of your outdoor work, and also you are not taking enough egg or animal protein, which is rich in vitamin D. And I have already told you that this is very important, vitamin D, for your normal health, because if there is deficiency of vitamin D, we call it sunshine vitamin, then your joints will be weak, you will be suffering from joint pain, inflammation, oxidative stress, and your total immune system will be compromised. And today everywhere you might be hearing the news in this coronavirus COVID-19 disease, that improve your vitamin D level, improve your vitamin C level to boost your immune system. So in Nigeria, no reason why we are having deficiency of vitamin D, and also every year we are getting 10,000 people who are deficient in vitamin C, and Nigeria is the rich country in vitamin C. Lot of citrus fruits are produced, oranges, lemon, mango, a lot. So it means our lifestyle is involved, we are not taking care. So these are all diseases which are caused due to the deficiency of these vitamins. And we know that vitamins cannot be synthesized by our body. We have to take from outside. That is the thing, I have already told you that why they are very important, because our body cannot synthesize. We have to take as a food. We can get these compounds from fresh natural foods, and which can contain all vitamins. So these natural foods which we are taking, they contain all vitamins. And why we are having deficiency? Because of one reason. We became artificial, we are no more natural. We go for processed, we go for refined, we go for unnatural foods, and that's why we are deficient. If we are going back to nature, if we are taking all these fruits, vegetables, animal product in natural form, there is no reason to have deficiency. We have to take some lean meat, we have to take some egg. The egg yolk, yellow one, is very rich, and also the whole egg is very rich in lot of vitamins, is very much nutritional. So all these things are already available naturally. So that is the main reason of deficiency. And there are some definitions, recent definitions of vitamins which are given in the books. So that I am mentioning the first definition, which I have already told you. Number one, that recently the term vitamin is defined as A, it is the component of natural food but different from carbohydrate, fat and mineral, water. So they are the component of the food, but they are not the carbohydrate, protein and mineral. B. It is present in foods in very small quantity. C. It is essential for growth and health. If there is deficiency of vitamins, you will get serious health problem and also disease. And then D. When there is deficiency, we get disease. E. And they cannot be synthesized by our body. We have to take from outside. So with this I will stop here, and still I am going to continue on discovery of vitamins and their role in health and disease, and it's a very important and interesting chapter, and a lot of informations are there, and one by one I will be taking. Is a very lengthy chapter if once we are discussing the chemistry, because we are all around vitamins, and especially when the bacteria and virus, they are knocking at door today, and in that condition and circumstances, only our immune system is our doctor. And once our immune system is strong, means we are having enough vitamins in our body, like vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin A, folic acid, that is called folate vitamin. They are very, very necessary to fight all these bacteria and virus. And let me tell you very clearly, once we get any disease, whether it is by bacteria or by virus, the first step is, it means our immune system is failing. Once our immune system is strong, our T killer cells, our cytokine cells, our WBC, white blood corpuscles, they are strong enough to fight. They will recognize and they will kill and they will destroy. If it is bacteria, means living organisms, they will be killed. If it is virus, they will be destroyed. And if they are failing, it means there is nutritional deficiency of vitamins. So that's why this chapter is very important, and I will be taking every vitamin individually and their chemistry and their importance and their role in health and disease. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.